Me, Christy. I thought I would come on and give y'all, I guess, my first update from Germany. And then tomorrow will be my 9 weeks. I haven't been able to weigh because I don't have my scale now. The last time I weighed was on Thursday morning, and I had weighed 213. So that's almost 60 pounds. I think 5 pounds short of, yeah. I can't do the math. You do the math. 266 to 213 since September 12th. I should have probably done the math before I got on here. But anyways, so I thought I would come on and let y'all know some of the difficulties I've already found only being here 2 days. I guess I had it in my mind that when I got over here, I mean, I've lived here before for about 3 months, but I really wasn't looking at labels as much. And so I thought I'd get over here and be able to do what I've been doing back home, where I turn something around and I read the labels. I see how many sugar, how many protein, how many carbs, and I can see that and then break it down and figure out if I was going to eat it. And I did that back in the United States. Well, what I found in the last 2 days from going to 3 different markets here is that their food labeling is not as strict as it is there in the United States. So I've had a lot of problems because I found a yogurt yesterday that I thought would be really good. And so I looked at it and flipped it over. And whereas in the United States, it would tell you how many sugars, it actually just lists Zucker which is sugar in German. It only lists it in the ingredients. It doesn't list it on the breakdown of the amount. So that's very difficult for me. So I'm going to be playing a lot of hit or miss. What it's going to do is it's going to tie me down to having to eat fresh fruit and pretty much chicken only, because ham still makes me sick and beef makes me violently ill. I actually will share with you some of the things that happened during my trip over here. But it'll be interesting, and I'm going to be relying a lot on my protein drinks. I brought bariatriceating.com Inspire protein drinks with me, and I'm going to be having to do at least 2 of those a day right now, because until I can figure out this going shopping thing, it's going to be very difficult. So moving on, so Thursday night, we flew overnight. So we left at like 7:30 is what time we left from Orlando. And we flew into Atlanta. And when we got to Atlanta, the kids were really hungry. And so I was like, okay, well, we have to eat before we get on the plane. So we get on the plane, or before we do get on the plane, we go over to one of their areas, and they don't have a Wendy's, which is how I usually get by if I have to eat fast food. I just get a small thing of chili and I'm good. Well, the kids wanted they wanted Chick-fil-A. So we stopped and we got them some Chick-fil-A. And then I went over to Chipotle and thought, well, I'll get some black beans and I'll mix them in with some grilled chicken and then add a little bit of salsa, and then it'll have enough fluid in it. Well, it didn't work. I took 2 bites and it got stuck. So I have 6 bags. I've got 3 backpacks, 3 carry-ons, my 3-year-old, my 7-year-old, and my 3-year-old starts saying she needs to go to the bathroom, and I'm in the middle of one of those episodes where I hurt so bad I can't even see straight. I wanted to just cry. It was so bad. So I had to pull it together. My daughter hadn't even finished eating, but because it was so chaotic, I was like, okay, well, we're done then. So we took the food and we threw it away, and I took her to the bathroom. Then she fought me when we get to the bathroom. I don't need to go now. Well, no, then she was going to go because I'd thrown away her food. I didn't feel good, and we wrestled all of this luggage over to the bathroom. So she did that. We finally go over to our gate to sit, and while we're over there, she starts whining that she's hungry. So I found a protein bar that I'd had in my purse. Actually, I don't eat protein bars. I just want to make that clear. My nutritionist says that she doesn't want any of that going on. She said she calls them glorified candy bars. I know other nutritionists feel different about that. I wish mine did. But I just follow what she says since she's mine. But so I had them for the kids. I had actually the Fiber One protein bars with me. So she had one of those. So we get on the plane, and on overnight flights, or not overnight, but on international flights, they typically feed you 2 meals. And especially if you're flying overnight, and it's usually your dinner, then you sleep, and when you wake up, they give you a breakfast. So they came by and they offered me pasta with tomato sauce or beef with mashed potatoes and creamed broccoli with a little bit of cauliflower in it. And I knew I couldn't do the pasta because I'm still out pretty close to surgery. And so I got the beef, and it had a lot of gravy on it and stuff. And I had told the stewardess that I really didn't want anything, but she kind of pushed it. So I went ahead and did it. And I was thinking, well, it got stuck. It's already been 3 hours. I'll go ahead and eat it. So I take 2 bites, and I get sick again. And it's beef, and I know better. And I don't know why I didn't know better. But then I proceeded to be in pain for the next 3 hours. Off and on, just this radiating pain. It was horrible. But by that point, both kids had fallen asleep. So I was blessed in that way. So then, just 1 second, tell me that she had gotten dressed, which I'm very proud of her. So we finally fly overnight, and they bring us our breakfast, and they bring us eggs, and they bring us, and it's got not mashed potatoes, home style fries. And then it also had some ham. Well, nothing there can I have. So I then again had to not eat then. So we finally get to the Amsterdam airport, and it takes the kids and I about an hour to get from the gate to baggage claim. It was such a far walk, and we had so much carry-on luggage. So, and my daughter was not going to help. So, she was not going to carry her blanket. She was not going to help me carry her backpack. So, her brother, thank the Lord for him, he and I together did it. So, we finally get out and we meet my husband, which was awesome. And then we start trying to figure out what we can eat. And there's nothing I can eat. And we're still 3 hours away from getting to our home. So it's been an interesting ride. We finally got back here to the house, and I actually ate some fresh mozzarella, and some tomatoes. I think by that point I was so hungry, my stomach was, that it just didn't sit well. It had nothing to do with getting stuck or any of that. It was just, it didn't sit well. But I'm loving it here. I'm so glad that I did come. I will be doing an update probably later on this week. I'm going to have Neil help me do my measurements, and I'll give you my measurements from now on instead of my weight, since I don't have a scale with me. And Neil says it's probably good for me not to weigh every day. So we'll see how it goes. Everybody take care, and I will talk to you later on in the week. Bye.